So this is Kanajai Burton. Kanajai Burton was shot and killed. He was only 19 years of age. Now it says here that Kanajai didn't have a street bone in his body. Kanajai was going places, college bound with scholarship offers. Kanajai, look at his stats. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You can learn about him. There's a funeral, a live stream of his funeral. The love he left behind is evident. And that's what you should remember about Kanajai. So Kanajai, he's a football player. Seemed like a very talented football player. There's like a whole bunch of videos. He's out of high school, Rangeview High School, public high school in Aurora, Colorado, U.S. It's the second newest of 5 high schools in Aurora Public Schools. Man, this is tragic. God damn it. R.I.P. Kanajai. Oh my God, this just makes you think of Menace to Society. Is that the right movie? Or Boys in the Hood? Maybe Boys in the Hood. But essentially you got like, gangbanger, and then you got like this promising high school that might have been a football player or scholarship or something. And then it wound up being the good son that got shot and killed. So some of the details, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. There's something about there was a car crash. Something about the car crash was connected to the thing. So let's talk about this. There's limited info on the incident. They're investigating area surveillance footage and witnesses. Authorities believe a 2-vehicle crash at a nearby intersection at Montview Boulevard and Peoria Street was caused by people involved in the shooting. Those people fled the scene of the shooting and the collision. And then that's it. They tell us very little information. Later on, they're going to tell us that there was a teenager who was arrested. Is that it? Is that the only thing? Is that the only person? Are they sure they're not just finding somebody else? It's crazy with the media because, just look at JFK, right? That's the president. And then the day after or whatever, it was this guy. And then that guy wound up getting shot. And then there you go. That's all she wrote. Is that what happened? It's just there's a lack of details to the whole thing. Adarion Sanford was arrested Tuesday night, booked on 2 counts of first-degree murder. Adarion Sanford, I thought they said that there was 2 shooters, or there was 2 people that was at the... So that means there's another person. So Elijah Kelly, 23, and Kanajai Burton, 19 years of age. January 29th, near East Colfax and North Ogden Street in Denver. So this is just a terrible tragedy. This is a terrible tragedy. R.I.P. to Kanajai Burton. He looked like the promising, right? The promising son from Boys in the Hood. Elijah Kelly, 23, right? I don't, when you kill somebody, you take everything away from them. Everything that they're ever going to be. You've ended their life, you ended their chapter, and everything else that they were ever going to make of themselves. Fuck people who murder other people. Fuck motherfuckers that injure other people. Fuck motherfuckers that just want to injure other people because they're sadistic fucking psychopaths. The best thing we could do for Kanajai and Elijah Kelly is to get them justice. Do not forget about who they were. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If this guy, Adarion Sanford, is the person that actually did it, I thought there was two people. So there should be Adarion, there should be another guy, and there should be... And then what was the incident? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? There was a car crash, and they didn't have insurance, and instead of just, saying they didn't have insurance, they try to shoot their way out of it? Like, what the hell happened? Adarion Sanford's taken into custody February 8th related to the shooting. So I'm inclined to believe that the police probably found the right guy, right? You're not going to arrest somebody just out of the blue. But there's, you watch those cop shows and somebody will say, oh, it looked like, a 6-foot Hispanic person. And it'll just be a vague description, and then they'll say, hey, here's a 6-foot Hispanic person. Like, this person, is that who you saw? I don't know if it's that person, but... And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. That would be the worst thing in the world, right? For your death to be used to go after somebody else that had nothing to do with... And then there's another person. So where's the other person? There should be another person that was arrested. And what the hell happened? Kanajai Burton very much seemed like he was up and coming. Kanajai Burton very much seemed like he was going places. The next Kaepernick, the next whatever, doctor, lawyer, the next president. He could have been the one that cured cancer. There's no information about the shooting or the motive of the crime, and then the Denver Police Department's not releasing the booking photo of Sanford due to the ongoing investigation. So the DPD's not releasing the booking photo of Adarion. Why? Why are they not? They're protecting his... Why? I don't understand. Kanajai, he actually has... range view. He's 19. He has a Twitter. He tweeted a couple tweets, but I guess he abandoned it 3 years ago. Looks like a nice guy. Like, doesn't look like he's got a street bone in his body. Looks like a nice, fun, nice, fun-loving guy. Sucks that I'll never get to know him, never get to talk to him. Sucks that, so many other people won't be able to get to talk to him. I can't stand motherfuckers that want to hurt other people. I can't stand other people that... This reminds me of like the bodybuilder in Albuquerque. He goes to, stand up for some people that was getting jumped. Then he gets shot and killed. So the truth... justice, peace, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So this Adarion, if he was by himself, he does need to stay locked up, and he needs to pay for his crime. If not, life in jail. And then what about the other guy, So at the very least, Kanajai Burton, also say his name. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I like the Kanajai better. Kanajai. Instead of just being a nickname, Kanajai, that's like African, right? Or tribal African or something. Kanajai Burton. He's 19. He's going to be forever young. So the best thing that we could do for Kanajai Burton is to make sure that, the sons of bitches, the fucking low-life, dirty, rotten pieces of shit that did this never does it to anybody ever again. At the very least, get some justice, get a modicum of justice. And if there's another person that's involved in this, shooting, then they need to get arrested too. Let's see, is there any... There's a whole thing here. I'm just going to read it verbatim. So Kanajai, he liked to play around. He liked to make everybody laugh. He annoyed those he loved the most. Kanajai, I guess he would mess with his mother. Whenever his mother was talking to him, he would just walk out of the room, and then she would get mad and jump up to chase him, and then he would just be right there around the corner waiting and laughing. Although it got on his mother's last nerve, he would just stand there and laugh until she laughed and then hug her. When he was 14 years old, he went shopping with his stepdad, found some real nice sneakers. Kanajai took the sneakers to show Mike, and when you say the name of the dearly departed to the earth, they're still alive. Kanajai Deshaun Burton. Look like a cool-ass fucking guy. You know? He deserved to get a career, get married, have kids. All that's taken away from him. Kanajai was the most genuine and selfless person, cared deeply for everyone. He was the youngest of 3 children from a single mother home. Kanajai didn't have much, but he didn't complain about much. He came home without a coat on, shivering. His mother asked him where his coat was, and he said that he gave it to a homeless man. His mother was upset. He looked at her with a dumbfounded face and says he doesn't have a warm house to come home to like I do. Kanajai couldn't drive by a homeless person without searching the car for any piece of money to give. If he loved strangers this much, one can only imagine the magnitude of love he had for his family and friends. He took great pride in being the little big brother, and as the only boy, instantly became the true man of the house. A mama's boy to the core and didn't care who knew it. From the age of 4, Kanajai played football, dominated many fields. It brought him so much joy to play the game, be part of the team. Kanajai won several championship games. He had colleges from across the states interested in him. It was an honor within itself. Kanajai had dreams of playing professional football, and as difficult as it was to explain to him that he needed a backup plan, he couldn't grasp it. Football was his calling. He recently played for the Rangeview Raiders and absolutely loved his team and coaches. Even after leaving the school, he still wore his Raider memorabilia. Kanajai was in a transitional phase in his life at an age where he was finding himself. He had recently become a young father to his son, Sikani. He was so excited to be a father and wanted nothing more than to be a good father. Every smile that his son gave was always like the first for Kanajai, and his entire soul would light up at the mere glimpse of Sikani's smile. Kanajai took fatherhood seriously and accepted all roles, from staying up all night for feeding and diaper changes to everything in between. He was 100% dedicated to honor his memory. Kanajai leaves behind his most prized possession, his son, Sikani, Kai Burton, mother Cassandra Watkins, and stepfather Michael Watkins, sister Dijah Delgado, Tiana Burton, Kaylin Neff, and Destiny Burton, the love of his life, Elizabeth Sanders, grandmother Carmen Frederick, grandfather Calvin Figueroa, Uncle Troy Bozeman, aunts Crystal Hood and Christina Figueroa, nieces Kai Leah Delgado, Zania Stewart, Nova Stewart, Zadriana Jones, Ruby Burton, Jylaya Neff, nephews Ramir Taylor and Canelo Jones, and a host of other relatives and friends. It was published on Legacy February 1st, 2022. Yeah, looks like a super nice guy. This picture is just kind of like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? He's got a nice, kind face, kind demeanor, kind disposition. And, let's assume he doesn't become, the next quarterback or whatever for the 49ers. I bet you'd been a damn good father. And the world could use that. Some good fathers. Frederick Douglass says it's easier to raise strong children than it is to fix broken men. So yeah. And then that'd be the biggest thing for the friends and the family to pick up the pieces. Like, shit, you're gonna miss him. He's not there. And he's got a son. He was taking care of business, and so R.I.P. Kanajai. R.I.P. Kanajai. Can't stand murderers. I can't stand rapists, violence. I can't stand thieves. I can't stand when one person wants to hurt another person. I don't understand that impulse. So, Colorado, we need to stop. We need to stop shooting each other. And hopefully Kanajai gets some justice, gets total justice, not just the one person, but the other person. And what was the damn point? What was the point? What was the purpose? It all seems so just pointless.